Hello, good people. Thank you for tuning into Doing Big Things Atlanta. I am your host, Stephen Alexander. Big Things Atlanta is a show produced by Next Level Productions. On this show, we will highlight game changers, community activists, business owners, as well as role models. People and organizations who are doing big things to make a better Atlanta. On today's show, we are highlighting the Vagina Monologues, a show that was presented by M.PoWeR and The Basement, directed by Mikel Sullivan. This show was like no other show. I really enjoyed myself there. It was probably one of the best monologue collections that I've ever seen. I learned a lot about vaginas that I had no idea existed. I learned the way they walk, the way they talk, even the fact that they had emotion. And one of the people started talking about the way they even smelled. On the scene, we had Derek and Sam to give you an inside look. They interviewed the cast, the crew, as well as audience members. Let's take a look.
So how y'all doing?
Good.
All right. Y'all ready for the show?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
So
yes.
What inspired you both to do the Vagina Monologues? Be honest. Come
Well,
on.
because I got a vagina.
That's all.
Man.
But one of the reasons why I wanted to do it, though, I think M.PoWeR is such a great company.
Uh-huh.
I think that the things they do in our community, I think it goes a long way, and being a part of their production is awesome.
Okay.
Because they're reaching a lot of people
Right.
and building our community to better ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting an understanding that we're not just gay, we do stuff.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean? So
That's right. All right.
that's one of the reasons why I did it.
Okay.
Well, the reason I did it, basically the same thing. I mean, we're trying to do more in the community because we do our thing in the community as well with the radio show that caters to the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community, and you know, we just want to be a part of it. And we're great that we was invited to be a part of it, and you know, it's just cool seeing so much talent, man.
Right.
Just talent, variety of talent. I just love it. I think it's awesome.
Okay. So how can people get in touch with you?
Okay.
Well, y'all can reach us on, like our social networks, you know what I'm saying? I'm DJ Doseville everywhere across the board, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere, DJ Doseville, B100 Radio also.com.
Yeah. I'm Zabrina Jones, and it's pretty much across the board. Zabrina Jones, Zabrina L. Jones, either way. Or you can follow us at the Lgbt show at B100Radio.com.
Well, tell us just a little bit about B100 Radio.
Oh, well, it's a online mobile radio station, and it caters to independent artists. It's a platform to showcase, the underdogs, that's not major artists with major record labels. It's independent, the ones that's starting from the bottom, trying to make their way. And Deborah Antony, who is the owner and the founder, she's trying to help these independent artists figure out what it takes to make it mainstream. So that's what we are. We're like 1 out of 24 shows on the radio station, and we play music, independent artists only. We don't play A-list artists. She don't play. She doesn't want to play like her own son, Walker Flocko. You know what I'm saying? So it's all independent, and we play all independent lesbian and gay artists.
So no Madonna.
No. We vogue sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
we do all that, but nope, we don't. It's all about independent artists.
Right.
All about independent, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. We gotta go out there and knock them dead tonight, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
I
appreciate
it.
All right.
All right.
Show, man. Yeah, have a good one.
Hi, how you doing? What's your name?
Mook.
Mook?
Yes.
Nice, I love that name. So, what did you think of the show so far?
It's amazing.
Yeah?
It's empowering, man. Empowering everything. So far, I just love the diversity. I love, it made me think about my own vagina.
Oh, right now.
So, I think I'm going to go home and do some research.
You gonna do some research? You gonna study it? Okay,
Like,
now.
you know what I'm saying? Get a couple of mirrors.
Well, I've done this production twice before, and I think what inspires me the most is the fact that each story represents such a variety of women. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't just speak to one subsect of the female population. It speaks to everybody, so that inspires me greatly.
I'm excited. One last question. How has your production had an impact on the city of Atlanta?
I think it's had an impact on the city of Atlanta by showing the people that we can all come together, no matter what our religion, no matter what our race, no matter what our sexual preference, we can all come together and we can tell a story to empower other women.
Right.
And also men, I mean, to empower each other. And there's no look to empowerment.
Right.
Just gotta get out there and do it.
Yes, get out there and do it. I'm excited to see the show. We're getting all pumped up. Thank you so much. It was wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So nice to
Thank
meet you.
you.
All right. Thank you.
I am. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, yourself?
I'm wonderful. What's your name?
Peaches.
Peaches. Nice.
Thanks, I
What
know.
did you think about the show so far?
Oh my god, I cannot wait to go get a Brazilian wax and investigate my vagina. I'm super excited to have a vagina. I feel like it's, oh my god, I have a vagina and I'm loving it.
Have you ever been to a play like just monologues before?
No, so this is the first.
Nice.
It's awesome.
All
Having
right.
a great time.
My name is Red Summer. I am a dancer with Selected Array.
All right.
All right. Derek, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so what inspired you to do Vagina Monologues?
This is actually probably my 6th performance of Vagina Monologues.
Veteran.
Yes, and possibly more than that. I started with Vagina Monologues in Chicago. I did it probably 2 or 3 times there.
Okay.
My mother, Cece Carter, actually was the one who produced Vagina Monologues in Chicago. And the writer, Eve Ensler, came to the performance herself. And she selected my mother as a vagina warrior because of the work that she does in Chicago, working with women. She has an organization called M.PoWeR. That's poets and writers for women on women's issues. And so the women got together and they did poetry and they did a lot of healing stuff. They also had an organization for domestic violence for women who partner with other women. And so that was the basis that Eve came and really just blessed that performance. And then I was invited to New Orleans just after Hurricane Katrina to perform at the Superdome.
Wow.
For the women who were who had survived the hurricane there. And that was just an awesome experience to be able to be there with this all-star cast who was performing and to be able to do my thing. I had an opportunity to do my own poetry for all of the women in the Superdome that time. So I've just been hooked on vaginas since then.
I loved our rehearsal process because the way that we started was we did our pieces in a circle where everyone was watching you and you did your piece, and then afterwards they would ask, how did that make you feel? Like, what do you think about when you think of this piece? And it forced me to reflect on it, you know, and everyone kind of talked me through it, you know, and they were like, you experienced this, let's use that and go from there. So it was very beneficial.
It almost sounds therapeutic.
Yeah, you know, to be honest, it was.
Okay.
Ironically.
So did you bond with everyone here? It's going to be hard to say.
I don't even want to think about it. I don't. I refuse. But yes, it will. It will. But we have that M.PoWeR family bond.
Yeah.
So.
Your hair's on my hand.
Is it? It's everywhere.
Okay, one last question.
Okay.
How do you think this production is going to impact Atlanta?
I think, that's such a big question. You know what? I think that this impacts Atlanta through the fact that not only did it bond us as a cast, but our audience is affected as well. It allows us the opportunity to reclaim ourselves as women, as vaginas, to reclaim ourselves, and it's a moment of empowerment, and it's great.
All right. Gonna knock them dead tonight?
Well, I'll try.
Thank you, Shannon.
Who are we? M.PoWeR! What do we do? M.PoWeR! Who do we empower? Our youth, our community, ourselves. What are our empowerment mathematics? Creativity equals
What inspired you to do this production?
Well, I saw, first of all, I love theater. Theater is just in my blood.
Yeah.
And you cannot know theater and be a woman and not know the Vagina Monologues.
Right.
So of course I grew up hearing about it. It was like the B word, oh my gosh. So when I actually saw the production for the first time, I didn't know what to expect. And I am I'm like prudish and kind of shy, like what? So I was in the audience the whole time like, oh my God, did they say that? I was like, what is going on? But by the end of the night, I was totally inspired, totally empowered. So I left that show. I talked to the producer who is actually on my production team now. And I said, I love this. You know, I'm going to do this. And that was 4 years ago, and I've done it every year since.
Wow.
Yeah, and because it's not just a play.
Right.
It is about empowering women. It is about giving back to the community and really being a part of stopping violence against girls and women. You know, this is a production that I do that I do not cast based on talent. You know, there are some shows that we do that it's all about who can sing the best, who can act the best, who looks the best. This show is if you have a desire to be on stage, then you are in my cast. And that's what I love, because then all of that other stuff goes out the window. It's not about the performance, it's about the process and experience. Even more so, we have people who just want to do it. You know, in this day and age, to work with people who are hungry and they want it, like I would take an actor who has no training that I have to work with any day over a diva. And I'm a diva myself, you know. I often say, if I had to direct myself, I would probably fire myself. But
I gotta use that.
What I'm saying is, I would take someone who just wants to do it over someone who is already there and just feels entitled any day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, what are some of the partners you work with to make this production happen?
Well, the basement where we are. Like I tell people, don't underestimate the basement. We are in an amazing facility, and they have been just in support of not just this production, but my company as a whole. You know, this is a place where people from T.I. to Tyler Perry to India Irie, they are here. They are recording. They are rehearsing. Like, that's what happens in this space. Sometimes we're in the office, and it's like, okay, you don't know who's in the building, you know? But still, they support us, you know? We are definitely a company that is about giving back to the community. And it's like, they don't care that, you know, we don't have the celebrity that some of the people who come to get here have. They really support us. So that partnership to me is amazing. We are partnered with my sister's company, which is Chemistry. My sister is one of Beyonce's lead dancers, so she's on tour all the time. And so she has a program called Chemistry. So we work with her to do the dance classes here. We do a program called Broadway Bound, where we teach kids free acting, singing, dancing under the context of a Broadway musical, you know? So like that partnership is just amazing. And then in the community, the support that we have, you know, we are all about collaboration. Why reinvent the wheel? Like in this show, we have so many people who are a part of other projects, who have their other thing going on, you know? We have directors, producers in this show. And they're like, no, we're going to come together to make this happen. So just that partnership to me is amazing.
I love that energy.
Oh, do you? Good. Because I'm really nervous as hell, but you're making me very calm. No.
So tell me, how is this production going to impact the city of Atlanta?
Oh, first of all, because we are representing a diverse group of women, our cast, they're full of straight women, lesbian women, F to N's, female to male. We have masculine identified women. We have a 15-year-old. We have a 65-year-old. You know, we have every color under the rainbow. I think that in itself is something that will impact Atlanta, because I'm from New Jersey. Where I'm from, always being in New York, it's very diverse.
Yes, it is.
It is like, I am always around people who are not like me, and I love that. When I relocated the business here, what I realized is there's a sense of segregation happening. And I was not prepared for that, you know? So the biggest impact to me is that in this production, we're showing that we don't have to be segregated.
That's right.
Like if we connect to the heart of each other, if we connect to the pain of each other, if we connect to the inspiration of each other, there's no difference.
That's right.
It doesn't matter what your ethnicity is, what your sexual orientation is, what your religion is. It doesn't matter because now I'm connecting to your pain.
Right.
I'm connecting to your heart, and that's all that matters. So that's what I think.
Yeah. So the last show is, well, it's tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So are you prepared to say goodbye to folk? Are you thinking about it?
I am trying not to think about it. You know, every production we've done of this, actually every production that my company has done here in Atlanta, we've sold out.
Mm-hmm.
This show was a little different. I had no gimmicks. You know, usually when I do this, I have a special guest that's going to pull in the audience. Or I'm going out and I'm promoting constantly. You know, I'm giving away promo tickets. Like this show, I did none of that. You know, and also this is my smallest production. You know, some of my shows have 50, 60 people in it. So it's like, for this show to sell out means that collectively as a company, we're doing the right thing. We're doing what we're called to do. And that's such a responsibility. So even though I'm feeling a little emotional about closing the chapter tomorrow, it's like I have a new sense of responsibility because God is calling me to do this. Like I don't take it for granted. People work years to sell out houses, you know? Right now, my team's biggest struggle is, oh my God, we sold out 3 shows and I have people calling me for tickets. How can I fit them in? That's our stress. That's what I'm stressing. I'm stressing about that there are 150 people downstairs and I'm like, what the hell? You know, what is the capacity? And so I don't take that for granted.
That's
so
a blessing.
yeah, it's a blessing. So I'm definitely emotional about it. We are a family. Like it's about the experience and everyone has connected, you know? And even though I know there'll be another show, you know, with these same people. And even though I know there'll be other experiences, there's something about this moment. Like, I never want to forget this moment right here.
Truly, M.PoWeR founder and CEO Onyx Keesha is doing big things in Atlanta.